If you love boxing, then you love Tyson's fights. His career has seen no shortage of exciting bouts, filled with drama and intrigue, and he didn't always emerge victorious.
They step into the ring, knowing only one thing is guaranteed: pain. In combat sports, violence isn't part of the game, it is the game. But what happens when the fight doesn't end after the bell? This is the story of champions who couldn't escape their demons. Fighters are built differently. From a young age, they're taught to take hits, ignore pain, and keep going no matter what. Because in boxing and MMA, weakness gets exposed and hesitation gets punished. Mike Tyson was unstoppable, the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Knockouts, he was feared, and he dominated. He didn't just win fights, he intimidated the entire sport. But behind the power was a storm building: fame, money, pressure. Tyson's life outside the ring began to spiral. Legal troubles, substance abuse. He lost control.
The woman accusing Mike Tyson of rape tells a chilling tale of what happened early morning, July 19th at the Canterbury Hotel.
I hit him. It was like hitting a wall. I cried. I did anything to get him to stop. I couldn't defeat him physically.
The reaction from the African American community and the community at large, it was explosive. I mean, people were vicious, and their comments about Desiree.
She wanted what she got. Shame on you people. Shame on you for blaming the victim.
We came here to see that justice would be done.
One of the Black Baptist denominations. They were strong supporters of him.
The same aggression that made him a champion started to consume him. Because when fighting is all you know, how do you turn it off?
I don't know. I wanted to be a better fighter, I believe. And I just don't believe, I don't know. I just don't believe I was as good as I could have been.
You said, I'll never be happy. I believe I'll die alone. I would want it that way.
Well, that's just how an addict talks. You know, when addicts are high and addicts have an addiction, they talk like that. Everything's extreme. If I don't get my way, it's the world's the end.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Years later, another dominant force emerged: John Jones, a once-in-a-generation talent in MMA. He had unmatched skills, his championship reigns. Inside the cage, nearly unbeatable. But outside of it, a different story.
Marijuana has been my thing since I was probably around my senior year in high school.
The UFC's pound-for-pound king has a checkered past, but remains a dominating force in the octagon, despite a lifestyle that threatened to derail it.
I consider that I was a drug addict at one point, you know.
Jones will fight Ovin St. Preux in Saturday's main event. Daniel Cormier pulled out through injury, meaning this fight will not be for the light heavyweight title. Cormier won that belt when Jones was stripped, following his involvement in a hit-and-run incident in 2015, the latest in a handful of indiscretions. Now he says he's committed to clean living and wants to make amends. No booze, no more weed.
So when people ask me, John, you're saying you're a marijuana addict. You're just trying to deflect the fact that you failed the cocaine test.
Controversy, suspensions, personal struggles. Jones' career has been filled with highs and serious setbacks. Moments where it looked like everything could be lost, because even at the top, the fight doesn't stop. Combat sports demand something most people can't understand. You have to become comfortable with violence, with pain, with chaos. But that mindset doesn't just disappear when the fight ends. For many fighters, it follows them home. Across combat sports, the pattern is familiar. It's physical damage, mental strain, fame at a young age, and pressure to stay on top, and sometimes no clear way out. Because when your identity is built on fighting, who are you without it? Mike Tyson, John Jones, different eras, different paths, but the same truth. The toughest fights don't happen in the ring. They happen within. If you're watching this episode of Dark Side of Sports, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for future episodes. Because behind every fighter, there's a story you don't see. And as always, I appreciate you for tuning in, and I'll catch you at the next one. It's your boy Dizzle. I'm out. Peace.